Ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Time for part 2 of 4, as this is the continuation of Raw's exclusive pay-per-view Over the Limit. As we're going to kick things off for part 2 with your third matchup of the night, as it is going to be for the Intercontinental Championship, as we got Paul Cruz defending his Intercontinental versus, well, the best heel in this entire roster, The Miz, a man who has all the credit in the world, and he absolutely deserves to be in this matchup, as he did win the number contenders matchup against 6 other men, in which the man that he eliminated to become number contender in that matchup was AJ Styles. And then, of course, in the week 4 Fallout, the follow of the Go Home show of Raw before this pay-per-view, we had The Miz attacking Apollo Crews later on after the show went off the air. And Apollo Crews, he was in a grueling matchup against Big Cass on that night. And so Miz, he didn't care. He delivered 2 Skull Crush finales straight to Apollo Crews in the backstage area. Our cameras caught it. But I don't blame The Miz. If I was The Miz, I would be scared against facing off against a man like Apollo Crews, which I'll give Apollo Crews credit when credit is due. He is an amazing athlete, but once again, I cannot stress it enough. Raw is all about the heels, and you fans are just blinded by all the faces, all the good guys. You guys kiss up to them. Well, here, your GM Eric Bischoff, your Raw GM Eric Bischoff, and me, your Raw commentator, we believe in the heels and just the heels, as it's basically been, well, I wouldn't say an all heel night so far, but we did have Undertaker and Kane defeat Styles and Nakamura earlier on. But then, of course, Christian, he failed the Brood, and he lost and got eliminated in the Exhibition Title Tournament, as he lost to Zack Ryder. So he's not doing so well in the Brood is Christian. And now we got The Miz versus Apollo Crews, in which where I hope The Miz just wins this matchup. As you see right there, vintage figure 4 Letlock. He didn't have it in for that long, but of course going to try to wear down Apollo Crews' leg, make it easier for himself. As you see right there, Crews, he's going to block the catapult because he almost landed on the outside of the ring, but no, Apollo, he's going to block it. Your A-lister, The Miz, as you see right there, he just, well, his back must be destroyed. I was about to say your A-lister, The Miz, he is about to most likely win this matchup, and he's going to win it in a quick fashion. Well, I don't believe that anymore, because Apollo Crews, he just probably stopped all the momentum that The Miz just had. Now, of course, Apollo Crews is going to try to wear down The Miz, but I am still going for The Miz in this matchup. As see there, he nails the suplex. It's now the A-lister, the face of the Moneymaker, and the money-making face of The Miz. I got no idea what I'm saying here, but just roll with it. As here, the DDT. Now grabbing the legs, has him figure 4 leg lock. Paul Cruz, he's gonna counter into a figure 4 leg lock on his own. Miz is gonna escape it, grapple, and then drives him down. Now to a sleeper hold is Miz, and to Paul Cruz, he's gonna get out of it. Cruz, he's holding on to his face a little bit, as he's just gonna fall down, probably of exhaustion. As here there, Miz, he's gonna counter with a stunner. I believe Stone Cold Steve Austin could teach him how to do a better one, but it's The Miz, so it is an awesome stunner. I thought he was gonna do the Skull Crush finale, but no, Miz has Apollo Crews in a full Nelson submission hold, not in a full Nelson suplex motion, or not in a full Nelson driver that he calls the Skull Crush finale. But he could have done it. He didn't decide to do it, though. As Paul Cruz, he has Miz in crossface currently now. Next matchup is going to be the continuation of the 8-man Exhibition Title Tournament, as we got Manik versus Tyson Kidd. So that's for sure is going to be a good matchup. So, and then of course, part 3 is going to consist of 2 hour matches, and then part 4 is going to consist of the main event, in which I'm not going to spoil the match card for you. If you guys did not see any earlier parts, then go back and watch the pay-per-view talk and discussion I did about the match card and of how the whole storylines went into play for each matchup. If you guys are seeing this and just don't want to see the whole discussion I did, which is 10 minutes and 17 seconds, well then, I'm not going to really explain all that much in here. Anyway, as we continue to match up Miz with a catapult to Apollo Crews, now going to try to tear the face. As you look very closely, you see the nails digging into the face of Apollo Crews. This is a no disqualification matchup, as this is the Order Limit pay-per-view, so the only two non-stipulation matches are going to be the two X Division title matches, in which we already had one. As you were there, Apollo Crews, he nails the Hurricanrana onto the Miz, not into the face, anything but the face. Miz is going to need surgery after this. As you see right there, he's already busted open. Not the face. Anywhere but the face. Miz is going to file a lawsuit. Never mind. Well, he's going to have to do it after his matchup in hopes that he can get a rematch for the Intercontinental Championship, because Apollo Crews just made the Miz tap out to a headlock. Anyway, once again, the advertisement I mentioned, Brock Lesnar, he is coming to Raw. The Beast Incarnate is coming soon to the Raw roster. As we go into our X Division title tournament matchup, this is going to be match 2, Manik versus Tyson Kidd, as Tyson Kidd makes his way out to the ring, and now so does Manik, or the man they formerly called Suicide. Well, first he was called Suicide, then he was called Manik, and now currently in TNA/GFW/Impact, he's currently going back to being called Suicide. Anyway, so I'm still trying to digest what just happened in that Intercontinental Championship matchup, because we just had Apollo Crews make the Miz tap out with a headlock of all moves. And also, you know what? I don't think the Miz actually tapped out. I think the Miz was trying to probably swat a fly off of Apollo Crews' leg or something. Also, not to mention, the Miz had blood in his eyes, or about to drip down in his eyes. There was a fly on Apollo Crews' leg. The Miz was trying to swat it away. He was trying to squash it with his hand, which is why the invisible referee may have thought that it was a tap out. Miz didn't actually tap out in reality, so the Miz deserves a rematch. He didn't actually tap out in reality, and also Apollo Crews is bad enough for Crews, because he already needs to pay the Miz for facial surgery for what he did with those shots to the face, especially that Hurricanrana, and especially whatever move that made the Miz get busted wide open. So Apollo Crews, he could probably just give the Miz the Intercontinental Championship as a pay in money, and the Miz will probably take that. Anyway, as we got continuing the Manik and Tyson Kidd matchup here, see their Fishman suplex. Both these men are faces, so I really don't care about this matchup. As well, like I said, we care about the heels. But as see, we got two high-flying men. We got Tyson Kidd, who, of course, is related to the Great Hart family. So he probably has the advantage here of experience, not to mention all that training in the Hart Dungeon as well. He has experience connected to Bret Hart, Jim Neidhart, and of course the late great Owen Hart. And well, Manik, an amazing high flyer. Some people will compare him to Rey Mysterio over on SmackDown. Now, I'll admit, if we did have an interpromotional matchup between Manik and Rey Mysterio, of course I'll be cheering for Manik. Mostly because I will want Raw to beat SmackDown. And of course, Sin Cara over on ECW. As here, the Manik with a deep arm drag straight to Tyson Kidd, and now into Ancon Vice type submission right there. And ladies and gentlemen, of course, your main event for the WWE Championship. CM Punk defend his championship against Roman Reigns. Both of those men are faces as well, so I will not care about the main event. But since due to my contract and due to me not wanting to get fired by our great Raw GM, Eric Bischoff, I will announce and commentate on the matchup, saying like I'm doing for this Manik and Tyson Kidd matchup. As you see right there, Manik with the rope break, and now to a domino stretch. Tyson Kidd gets the rope break, and now both these men in the ring apron. Precarious position here. I see that both men fall. And I think Manik probably got the worst bump, because I feel like he hit the ring apron again, going off of that, and Tyson Kidd immediately got back up off of it. Both of those men just went in a complete spiral right on the spinal cord. Try saying that 3 times fast. Probably 5, I don't know. Tyson Kidd now. Couple strikes, so is Manik. Both these men answering back. And now, Manik, grapple, has him, plunger. Tyson Kidd. He's now losing momentum as Manik does have the upper hand here. Both of these men on count 6. If you do win by count, you could actually win this match up by count out, and it will count. Also win this by disqualification, but I don't think any one of these men where you want to do disqualification as serious than Manik. He takes a gruesome bump on the outside out of Tyson Kidd's leg drop, and now counter to a snapmare by Manik. The suicidal Manik, dangerous and as high flying. As Zero there hits Tyson Kidd with the broom, and Kidd, he just fell through the table. Of course, there's no disqualifications on the outside of the ring, but there are disqualifications on the inside of the ring. You use a weapon in the inside of the ring, you will get disqualified. You could put a person through the furniture in the inside of the ring, and it will not count as disqualification, mostly because the CPU is an idiot, but still. As Zero there, imagine if Tyson Kidd, if he gets a count out victory here, as Zero there, Manik, he's on count of 8 now. He better hurry and get back inside the ring. Count of 9, he gets inside. Now he's going to quickly break up the count. He wants to be on the outside here. He's going to probably reset the broken table because the CPU is also an idiot, and so it revives tables. So now, as you see right there, Manik spin heel kick was Tyson Kidd out there. That's a nightstick. Tyson Kidd with a nightstick. And now he uses it. And Manik wins this matchup by disqualification. This is similar to what Seth Rollins did to Kota Ibushi over on SmackDown with that steel chair. Ladies and gentlemen, Tyson Kidd acting like a complete idiot using that nightstick. And so Manik wins this matchup by disqualification. And so Manik, he advances to the X Division title tournament. And so now next up, well, not next up, but next time in the tournament for when we see a Manik matchup, it's going to be against Zack Ryder. And see whoever progresses further into the X Division title tournament between those two men further on in the later few weeks of Raw. And so, ladies and gentlemen, that was part 2 of 4. Next up is going to be part 3 of 4, in which where we also have 2 matches. And which those 2 matches are for, well, one of those first 2 matches are for the Raw Tag Team Championships, as we have the Hardy Boys defending their Raw Tag Team Championships against Edge and Gangrel of the Brood, as Christian fought earlier against Zack Ryder. And we also going to see who is going to answer Goldberg's open challenge in the last man standing matchup. It should be good. So anyway, thank you guys for watching. Don't miss part 3 of the Raw exclusive Over the Limit pay-per-view.